On the 29th of November 2014, during the Volvo Ocean Race, the 65-foot yacht Team Vestas Wind struck the remote St Brandon Reef in the Indian Ocean while travelling at almost 19 knots. Remarkably, all 9 crew escaped without injury, but the yacht was left stranded on the reef. The investigation highlighted how a combination of decisions and reliance on electronic chart information led to one of offshore sailing's most infamous groundings. It is a sobering reminder that even experienced sailors can make costly mistakes. And last week, we made one of our own.
We've got some news. We had a big crash.
Seriously, today?
In this boat?
We crashed.
Into what?
Into a rock. What do you see, mate?
It's definitely gone through.
Gone through?
In 2 places, yeah.
Right through?
Right through.
Can you put your finger through?
No, but I can see a gap. In 2 places, it's there and then just here.
So it was my bad. I fucked up.
Okay.
It was a big scene. We came to a grinding halt from 5, 6, 7 knots.
Which part of it, the keel?
So we've got the bows damaged. It's taken on water. We've bogged it up, but it's still taking on water. It's okay.
So we've got to haul out.
We're going to have to haul out. Yeah.
Welcome back aboard. We're in Antigua assessing the damage to our floating home.
That's the stuff we've already had a crack at bogging up. You'll see the bog in there. But it's still got a bit of a leak, so we're going to bog up some more. We did that last night. Been in a kind of a stage of shock. Really? Horrified. I'm so I don't know, so disappointed. It's incredible how it happened. Oh goodness.
Luckily, she's in way better shape than Vestas Wind. This week we're repairing what we can and hoping to get Javelot seaworthy enough to sail back to Guadeloupe before Andre and Hilary have to fly home.
Tell you what, she's a tough old bird, this girl. However, during the accident we did have some damage sustained to the rudder steering system. The rudder itself, the rudder post, has got a bend in it. Not too bad, but it's there. That's going to have to need some work done on it. Also, the rudder cables, the Dyneema cable broke at some point, whether it was during the actual accident or whether it was sometime manoeuvring getting off, we're really not sure. In getting from the accident site into the anchorage, we had to get Ivan to steer holding the tiller, with me calling out directions, port, starboard, etc. Hold that. That's kind of comical now, but at the time it was pretty ugly having to go through that process. And in fact, I didn't even pick up the camera to film it. I was so in a state of trauma through the whole thing. We have just replaced the rudder cable and lines have been run back up to the helm station. We just got to reattach it onto the chain.
What have you been up to?
I've been greasing a chain for the rudder. There's a chain around the wheel and that connects to Dyneema lines that go out to the rudder assembly. The chain had to be cleaned out and re-greased, so that was my job for the day. And I made a perfect check mark on it.
So you've got to drop that down and then sink it in through the left. Declan, when we say, you just slowly turn the wheel that way.
Okay.
Can you have the wheel all the way to starboard? The other way?
Oh, sorry.
Because then it goes over and I just have to do some.
About there, I think.
Yeah.
Guessing? Yeah. Right.
Okay, don't lose it.
All you need to do is hook it on and Declan can take it from there. Hopefully.
Don't move it. My fingers are in there.
That'll just sit there happily, just make sure it doesn't slip off, that's all.
Yeah. Okay, it's on.
Don't get too far.
Now turn it until I say stop.
Yeah.
But slowly, okay. Go ahead. A little bit further.
Okay, that's center.
You want to hear about something annoying that happened to me? This is our new mast light. I bought it in New Zealand. Declan has volunteered to go up and fit it. While describing to him how to fit it and the wiring of it, I got one of these terminals. I said, you might have to cut off the existing terminal and remake on a new one. And I then put the terminal onto one of the terminals and I pulled it off, and in doing so I actually pulled out the entire terminal itself that was in the base in here, and that was fine. I thought, okay, I can put that back in, and while trying to put it back in, this is it here, it broke. That's how it's supposed to look, and this part here was slot into this little hole in the base, and this formed a connection for the light bulb. That's broken. I've been into a shop, they've all looked at it and said, nah, don't have spare terminals, don't have spare bases, you're going to have to buy a whole new unit. It's like 200 New Zealand dollars, or about 120, 130 US dollars, depending what shop you go to. Some shops are selling for up to 400 New Zealand dollars I've seen. It's crazy pricing variation. So I'm refusing to do that, buy another one. I just don't want to. There's got to be a way I can get this soldered together or something. No, they say you can't solder it. Andre, s'il vous plaît, performed a minor miracle and repaired the faulty tag. Now we want to solder it in between because the contacts got broken apart. So slip a bit of solder down in the gap there. I don't know if we can get that. Don't want to get too close.
Okay, there we go. I think that's it.
Well, the trouble is, you've got some on there. The tag may not be perfect.
It's fine. Since we are pushing it on there and on there, that should be it. I just want to secure it and so that it doesn't rub off.
It's connected to this, so this is what you really want. Yep.
I want to connect these two. That's it. They are also connected on the bottom just by friction. But as soon as if some sea air comes into it, that would be bad. Right. So cool. That was it. 5 minutes of my life are not going back. Okay, if there's lightning, please get me down. No helicopter.
Can't promise anything. Fortunately, the list of repairs needed to get us safely back to Guadeloupe was surprisingly short. While Rob reattached the Dyneema lines at the helm, Andre once again volunteered to head up the mast to repair our anchor and steaming lights. Not exactly the relaxing holiday he'd signed up for.
I've been down here for days. Have you forgotten me?
I didn't even know you were here.
Oh my god, did you think I'd left? Salt, please, or maybe just a little more water. This is a ginger concoction. I'm in quarantine due to illness. But thank you for just looking at me and noticing me.
In an extraordinary twist of timing, another yacht entering the anchorage ran hard into the reef just a few hundred metres from us. With Andre still at the top of the mast, Ivan launched the dinghy and raced over to help.
Boat's stuck. Ivan's going, go, hurry up, Ivan, run!
Where are we stuck?
They're stuck.
Yeah, they're stuck on the ground.
He does need someone in there as ballast, doesn't he, really?
Oh, there he goes.
Okay. Oh, he's got some. Is he pulling them that way? Oh, no, they got it. They got it! Boy, he's pulling them round somehow.
No, it's not moving.
Ivan might have done some of that, I don't know. I don't know if Ivan did any of that. You kind of got them off and then they got back on again?
No, we spun around a bit. But yeah, because they wanted to tilt the mast down, try and pull the boat over to get the keel free.
Right.
But they handed me the line and it was too short for me. It was just the clip, there was a halyard I clipped on, it was too short. If I put tension on it, just like lifted the boat out. because of course I'm much lighter than their boat. So then I grabbed the line, and so I towed them, and then the other dinghy came around, and they attached the line to the halyard so that it had like the slack in between, so they could actually pull it. It wasn't just like the line straight down to the dinghy. Right. It was through something else, and then that pretty much worked straight away. And I'm sure they probably dredged a little bit of a path there, but yeah.
Yes, they're off.
Yeah. Hopefully there's not actually any damage, but yeah, sure they are now.
Out of the way, Ivan, get out of the bay! Sound against it, rope off. All done!
Well done, mate.
That's a long afternoon.
You're up there for an hour or more than an hour.
Really?
I reckon, yep.
More trash.
Yes.
Yay. Cool.
So how did that go?
It went really good. You have to concentrate not to lose anything and have someone a thing in his head. But yeah, it went really well. The deconstruction of the old thing and the new thing putting on. Yeah, the new thing is up. I have some photo pictures I made. Yeah, looks good.
Yay!
New mast light on.
Well done, mate. Congratulations.
For now, we've done everything we can. The scars are still there, but so is our determination to keep going. All that's left is to wait for a kind weather window and point Javelot's bows towards Guadeloupe. Join us next week as we wait for the right moment to head south and discover whether our repairs will hold.
You caught me.
Sleeping on the job.
They asked me to do something. I pretended I was sick.
Nice one.
I'm just coming. Give me two.